Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all well. I am still in my pajamas, but I've had a pretty, I was going to say full-on morning, but that is such a lie. It's been super chill and lovely, which is nice. But I went and dropped Bailey off at work for the first time. That might seem like nothing, but I have not driven in like 6 years. I think I've mentioned it in a couple of videos previously. So I've been like building up learning to drive again. But today was the day that it just had to be done. So we drove together down to his work, I dropped him off, and then I drove home by myself all the way home, which is pretty much the first time that I've kind of done that. I did go and pick him up one night when he went out for some drinks with some friends, but it was like 1 a.m. There was no one on the roads. I don't think it really counts. This was a longer journey. It was about 40 minutes. And yeah, I did it. I made it all the way back home and I am super happy and proud of myself, let's say. But I don't really have much planned for the day, to be honest. Let's see if I can prop you up somewhere. Maybe here? Yeah. Bailey's just like left his shit floor. I'll tidy that up in a minute. But I've just washed my face, so I need to moisturize and all that jazz. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't really have much planned for the day. Probably would like to go to the gym. That will be on my to-do list, but apart from that, I think I'm just gonna continue to edit some videos. I have had my Mac for like about a day or so, and yesterday I just spent all day editing on it, which was so exciting, and I just absolutely, I loved it. It just made it so much easier. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm kind of one of those people who thinks I don't want to have to purchase something unless it's like necessary to do so. For example, I don't want to, this is a bit high. Maybe drop you down a little bit. Yeah, so I'm kind of one of those people who, don't get me wrong, love to shop, love to spend money. However, when it comes to big purchases, I always feel like if you can make it work with the cheaper option, do that until you save up enough money to then buy the more expensive option and kind of show commitment to yourself that you can do it. Or if it's a hobby that you're trying to make into a business, you know, maybe once you start to kind of earn a little bit of money, then reward yourself with the bigger option. So when it came to me and my videos and editing, I can obviously do it on my phone. It's doable. I've done it. I've done it for the past couple of months, but I found that it took so long that I wasn't motivated to do it as much as I really wanted to, which was a bit of a shame. And that comes down to me, and that comes down to my, procrastination and, not having the discipline to say to myself, you've got to sit down and do it. However, there are also things that I really wanted to work on. For example, my art website and trying to sell my art and things like that. And that I just can't do on my phone at all. I keep dropping my hair tie. I'm just gonna put it down. Yeah, I really want to grow my art and my art business, let's say, and that I just couldn't do on my phone. I can build a mobile phone website, but then I had no idea how to look at that on a desktop, or what that would look like on a desktop, with ease and being able to do it freely whenever I wanted for as long as I wanted. So yeah, I got myself the Mac and it's been a game changer. I was on it from the minute I woke up at 7:30 until the minute I went to bed at about 8:30. at night, not in the morning, like an hour of work. No, so yeah, I did kind of about 13 hours of work here and there. Obviously I put it down, went in the pool, did lots of different things, but I was just enjoying it so much. It didn't feel like I was working. I was just powering through it and getting it done, which I loved. So definitely gonna get some more work done today, and gonna try and get to the gym as well. And then that's about it. It is so hot today. I can't even begin to describe how hot it is. It's crazy and just unpleasant, to be honest. So yeah, I guess we'll see how the day goes and what we get up to. But in the meantime, I'm gonna enjoy my coffee and have a little read through of some lovely messages that my friend Rachel has sent me. We've been texting back and forth, just kind of catching up with each other occasionally, and I woke up to see that she has sent me like 5 or 6 lovely messages, so I'm looking forward to just sitting down with my coffee and reading them. I miss her so much, it's crazy. I think that's the thing that oh god, I feel like I'm just going on a tangent. I feel like we need to have a chat. So come with me and let's have a chat. Welcome to my corner. Don't mind the laundry. Do you know what I feel like I should do? Put the microphone on. Oh, never mind. We don't have the microphone. I left them in Noosa. Thankfully, Bailey's family is still up there. Are you gonna come and sit on my lap? Come on. Come on. Oh, just beside me. Anyway, thankfully Bailey's family are still up in Noosa, so they're gonna bring them back, but we were literally on the drive home and I was like, do you have your microphones? And he was like, no, why? I thought you were the last to use them. And I was like, yeah, but I don't remember putting them in. I didn't put them in my suitcase unless they were already at the bottom of my suitcase. I didn't put them in there, and I definitely didn't put them in your suitcase. Anyway, literally about 5 seconds after finishing that sentence, they phoned us and said, you've left some Rode microphones. I was like, damn. Anyway, so welcome to my corner. I feel like I'm gonna have to cut this because I don't want my feet in this. I've just realized my toes are out. Enjoy, guys. But yeah, what was I saying? We were talking about friends. So being in Australia, wow. I think the thing is, for me, like, my heart is so split 50-50, or you know, some kind of ratio there, where I love it here. It's so sunny, it's peaceful, it's relaxed. Like, I'm making a decent amount of money for literally only working like 10 hours a week. The freedom to do whatever I want is unbelievable. However, you know, you're so far away from family, you're so far away from friends, and you know, it's crazy that the things that I took as like every day, you start to kind of miss like so much. You know, I don't miss, you know, the London tube commute, or you know, my bright and white and stark and horrible office that I used to work in. You know, like, of course I don't miss those things, but I miss the people. I miss like Holly from work. I miss our chats, the laughter. Like, I wish I had just done so much more with her before I left. I wish, you know, there's just like loads of things like that. I miss the buildings. Like, I miss London. I miss Oxford Street and Fortnum and Mason's. I went into Fortnum and Mason's once, but do I miss it? Yeah. Like, I want to go in Fortnum and Mason's. I want to go in Harrods, even though I hate Harrods. I want to like walk down Regent Street and go into Anthropology, and like, there's just like a British beauty that like I miss, and it it was a British beauty that I didn't have, if that makes sense, like in the sense of it came from like a place of wealth, like that I wasn't involved in. You know, it was the luxurious life of London. It was people who had money, who were going to Fortnum and Masons and buying whatever they wanted and caviar and this and that. But like, I loved being surrounded by that, not closely, but just like seeing people doing it, getting to go into Fortnum and Masons and just like walk around and watch the people that were doing that. You know, like I miss that element. I miss like a cozy, dark Christmas. I hate the cold. I absolutely hate the cold. I've said it a million times in these videos, but like I miss it. I want to be by the fire, having a cup of tea and a hot chocolate. I want to be opening my advent calendar and like being excited to, I don't know, there's just loads of different things, and I don't have that here. Like right now I am absolutely sweating to death, and don't get me wrong, I think a hot Christmas will be lovely. I'm very grateful to be here in Australia, but it's different, and missing those people and those things is so hard because you're living such a great life. You're living an incredible life. But something's missing, and it's those friends, it's those family, it's those people that they aren't here unless they want to move here too. And that is so hard. And I've always, I think, if I'm gonna be like raw and transparent, nobody's perfect, but I am 100% not perfect. And I think that I was really bad for being lazy and not wanting to do things and not wanting to leave the house, and if friends wanted to do something, I found it so easy to just cancel because there's always a next time. Oh, I'll just do it next time. And I was tired. I got such bad fatigue being in the UK, like working the job that I was working, the hours, the darkness, no vitamin D. Like I was a piece of paper. I look back at like the videos from Bali and I'm a sheet of paper. I look sick. There's nothing wrong with being pale, that's not my point, but like I was translucent. There was no colour to me. The UK had sucked all my life out of me, and I could see that, and I desperately needed the sun and a change of lifestyle, let's say. So I feel like there was a valid reason for my kind of last minute cancellations and my flaky energy, let's say, because I would get migraines, I would get chronic fatigue, I didn't want to leave the house, but also I then come here and I regret it all, and I think like, why didn't I make a bigger effort? It would have made moving here a lot more difficult. I would have been closer to these people and really not wanted to leave them at all. I really didn't want to leave them anyway, but it's harder now because I sit there and I go like, I wish I'd just spent more time with them. I wish I'd seen them, you know. I started this whole tangent by talking about Rachel, and you know, she was one of my bestest friends in London. She was incredible. She was someone I could go to. We would chat about life. We wouldn't see each other for ages, and then we would sit there and spill it all on the table and reconnect and chat and just have an incredible time. And I didn't get to say goodbye to her. I feel like I'm gonna get really emotional, and I don't want to be that person on YouTube, not yet. But you know, I didn't even, like, I was so busy trying to pack everything and clean my flat and do everything, and I didn't have the time to see her. I should have made the time, and I could have made the time, and I didn't, and that is such a big regret. You know, my goodbye to her was a text message where I just felt awful. I felt so awful about that, and you know, and now it's an unknown time until I go back and I get to see her, and you know, I will definitely make that effort, but who knows where that is, when that is, sorry. But yeah, it's hard, you know. I started this journey filming in order to record the true part and the realness, and you know, one of my really great friends, Holly, that I just mentioned from work, like she said, like, do it, just get your camera out, like do the progress, like film the reality of what it's like. And I just wish that I had done that fully. I have done that to an extent, but I was so nervous in front of the camera. Like the difference between this and what it was like at the start is crazy. And I regret not giving you guys like a raw and true and honest moment of what that was like. And there was lots of tears, and there was lots of stress and trying to pack things up, you know. Filming the progress of leaving London it was messy, and I don't think it looked like it was the easiest thing in the world, but I don't think you definitely didn't see the true nature of it, which was me being on my hands and knees and scrubbing the kitchen floor, and you know, cleaning out the fridge and doing everything that is not nice. I obviously don't want to bore you guys with boring content, but it's also the reality of stuff, like this whole online persona that people give you where everything is perfect and I'm this person and everything's great, and they might show a part of trueness to their life, but it's not reality. It's not the reality of like having to struggle with bills and money and you know, everything like that. It's difficult, you know. I don't even know. I think from now on, that's why I'm happy to be a lot more confident, and I can't wait to just show you how it truly is. And please, like, if you've got any questions, you know, leave them down below. Maybe if enough people watch this and enough people have enough questions, then maybe I can do a video that's dedicated to answering those questions and truly talking about what it's like to move here and what it's like to be away from everyone, really. But yeah, that was a long one. Anyway, thanks for staying with me. If you made it to here, thanks. Maybe comment a little coffee emoji that I know that you are a true one for staying through that. But yeah, so I think I'm going to finish my coffee, get ready for the gym, and see where the rest of the day takes us. You just started so I can get around you. Anyway, see you later.